Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Robyn and Meri Brown's falling out proves there was never a real sisterhood between the wives. The recent fallout between Meri and Robyn Brown on Sister Wives highlights the reality there was never truly a sisterhood among the wives of Kody Brown. The tensions and betrayals that have occurred on screen reveal that this polygamous family lacks loyalty, despite their claims of unity and mutual respect. As the show continues into its 19th season, it becomes clear Kody's multiple marriages were never built on the foundation of trust that one might expect from a sisterly bond. Meri's recent confessions about her emotional struggles and Robyn's distancing behavior expose the cracks in what was once presented as a tight-knit family. Kody's outbursts and emotional instability continue to grow. And it's increasingly obvious that the supposed sister wives were never truly united. Meri stood by Kody through years of emotional ups and downs, hoping her loyalty would eventually pay off. However, as recent episodes of Sister Wives have demonstrated, her commitment ultimately had no effect on the relationships within her family. After decades of supporting Kody and even legally divorcing him so he could marry Robyn, Meri has now been cast aside, proving that loyalty in this polygamous marriage was a one-way street. The other sister wives, Janelle and Christine, saw the writing on the wall and left, while Meri held on longer than she should have. But now, as she realizes Kody and Robyn were never truly invested in her well-being, she's finally taking steps to protect herself. In an episode earlier in the season, she admitted feeling manipulated, saying, "I feel like Kody and Robyn probably have some plan, and none of us are trusting each other." Despite always claiming she wanted a close-knit family, Robyn's actions have repeatedly contradicted her words. From the beginning, she insisted that she wanted unity among the wives, but her behavior has consistently shown favoritism toward Kody while distancing herself from the other women. Now, as Meri calls her out publicly, the illusion of a unified sisterhood is crumbling. Meri has finally spoken up, making it clear she believes Kody pushed her out of their marriage while using Robyn as his justification. In a confessional from earlier in the season, she questioned Kody's revisionist history, saying, "I honestly feel sad for him if that's what he's having to tell himself," via TLC. Her forthright remarks emphasize their profound disconnection and the agonizing reality of their broken relationship. Kody's outbursts show he's the one who can't move on. There is more than just a Meri and Robyn issue. As more wives left, Kody grew increasingly erratic, lashing out at those who challenged his authority. His reactions to Meri and Janelle's legal moves show he's not as indifferent as he pretends to be. In a heated discussion about property division, he initially tried to control the narrative but backed down when confronted, further proving his power over the family was slipping away. For years, Robyn Brown has been a central figure in the Sister Wives saga, a character whose journey from a relatively new addition to the Brown family to one of its most dominant voices has been closely documented on television and dissected by fans. Rumors that she has adopted a new name have surfaced intermittently in fan discussions and social media threads, prompting questions about whether this shift is a simple personal rebranding or a signal of deeper changes in her identity and role within the family. While no official statement has yet confirmed the change, the speculation itself reflects a broader trend in reality TV where rebranding and reinvention are often used as mechanisms for both personal growth and public relations. One possible explanation for a name change could be the desire for reinvention, a common theme among public figures who have spent years under intense scrutiny. For Robyn, who has been both celebrated and criticized for her assertive personality and her role in internal family conflicts, a new name might represent a fresh start. In the fast-paced world of reality television, where every move is analyzed, the ability to redefine oneself can be a powerful tool for controlling one's narrative. Some fans suggest that by adopting a new name, Robyn could be signaling that she is stepping away from an old image that was once defined by controversy and power struggles, and embracing a persona that is more authentic and self-empowered. This type of rebranding is not uncommon. Many celebrities have used name changes or slight modifications as a way to mark a new chapter in their lives, one in which they can leave behind past mistakes or misconceptions. Moreover, a name change might also be part of a strategic effort to further differentiate her identity from the rest of the family. Over time, the Brown family's narrative has often revolved around a complex network of alliances and rivalries. For Robyn, who has sometimes been portrayed as the enforcer or even as a divisive figure within the family, carving out a unique identity separate from the collective legacy could offer both personal and professional advantages. A new name could serve as a rebranding strategy that not only signals her evolution but also allows her to market herself more effectively in a world where personal branding has become integral to one's success on social media and beyond. Fans and critics alike have noted that the dynamics within the Brown household are always shifting. Over the years, disputes over finances, property, and personal relationships have become part of the family's public narrative. In this context, a new name might be interpreted as a subtle response to those pressures, a way for Robyn to assert that she is no longer defined solely by her role as one of Kody Brown's wives, but as an independent figure with her own ambitions and vision for the future. The very act of renaming oneself carries a powerful symbolic weight, representing a break with the past and the promise of new beginnings. For a viewer who has watched Robyn navigate the turbulent waters of fame, a name change could be seen as an empowering act, an acknowledgement that, despite the trials and public drama, she is evolving and taking control of her narrative. The rumors about Robyn's new name have ignited heated discussions across social media platforms. Hashtags like #NewRobyn and #RebornRobyn have started trending among segments of the Sister Wives fan community, as viewers debate whether the change is real and what it might signify. Supporters argue that if Robyn is indeed embracing a new identity, it could herald a period of personal and professional growth that would benefit not only her but also the Brown family as a whole. In contrast, skeptics worry that such a move could be seen as another ploy to distract from internal conflicts or to further solidify her position at the expense of her co-wives. In the polarized environment of reality TV fandom, even a seemingly personal decision like a name change becomes laden with implications about loyalty, authenticity, and the true nature of family dynamics. Beyond the immediate reactions, a new name for Robyn Brown would have broader cultural implications. In a media landscape where authenticity is increasingly prized, the ability of a public figure to reinvent themselves is both celebrated and scrutinized. If Robyn's new identity comes with a more transparent, confident narrative, one that acknowledges her past challenges while charting a course for a more positive future, it could serve as a powerful example for viewers grappling with their own identities in an age dominated by social media and public performance. Conversely, if the name change is perceived as a superficial rebranding designed solely to maintain a favorable public image without addressing underlying issues, it might reinforce the cynicism that many viewers already feel toward reality TV personalities. Financial and professional considerations may also be at play. In today's entertainment industry, personal branding is closely tied to business opportunities. A new name could open doors for Robyn, whether through new ventures, partnerships, or even media projects that allow her to step out from the shadow of the Brown family narrative. As reality TV stars increasingly branch out into entrepreneurship, fashion, or lifestyle content, a redefined personal brand becomes a valuable asset. For Robyn, aligning herself with a fresh, modern identity might not only bolster her marketability but also help her secure a legacy that is distinct from the often tumultuous image of the Brown family. Critically, the discussion around Robyn's new name is emblematic of the broader transformation of the Brown family narrative. Over the years, the family's story has shifted from one dominated by internal conflict and public spectacle to a more nuanced exploration of personal growth, accountability, and reinvention. If Robyn is indeed adopting a new name as part of this evolution, it may signal a turning point, a moment when she is ready to leave behind the controversies of the past and embrace a future defined by her own terms. For viewers, this potential shift is both exciting and nerve-wracking. It represents the possibility of a more mature, authentic narrative, one where the focus is less on sensational drama and more on genuine personal development. Furthermore, a new identity for Robyn might also impact the dynamics within the family. For her co-wives and for Kody himself, a reinvention of Robyn's public persona could prompt a re-examination of long-held roles and relationships. In an environment where every personal decision is magnified, a significant change such as a new name could serve as a catalyst for broader discussions about identity, power, and the future of the family. It might encourage all members to reflect on their own paths and consider how they wish to be represented in a world that is increasingly less forgiving of outdated narratives. This potential for transformative change is at the heart of many debates among fans who are eager to see a shift away from the perpetual cycle of drama toward a more balanced, forward-looking family dynamic. In conclusion, the rumor that Sister Wives Robyn Brown has a new name is more than just a minor rebranding. It is a symbol of potential transformation in a family that has long been defined by both internal conflict and public spectacle. Whether motivated by a desire for personal reinvention, a strategic move to secure new business opportunities, or an effort to redefine her role within the Brown family, a new name carries with it profound implications. It challenges long-standing perceptions, invites fresh interpretations of family dynamics, and reflects broader cultural trends toward authenticity and self-determination. As fans continue to debate and speculate, the possibility of a redefined identity for Robyn Brown remains one of the most intriguing narratives in the Sister Wives saga, a narrative that, if realized, could mark the beginning of a new chapter characterized by growth, accountability, and a more authentic connection with both her family and her audience. For nearly 2 decades, Sister Wives has offered viewers an intimate, if at times polarizing, look into the lives of the Brown family. Among the many dramatic moments that have unfolded on the show, Meri Brown's recent emotional breakdown has resonated strongly with audiences. In a raw, unscripted moment captured on camera, Meri was seen in tears as she declared that she is free. For fans and critics alike, this moment is loaded with significance. It speaks not only to her personal journey of liberation but also to the shifting dynamics within the family. This analysis delves into the possible reasons behind her breakdown, its impact on the family narrative, and what it may signal for the future of the Browns, all while considering the role of public scrutiny in shaping personal identity. A pivotal moment in Meri's journey. Meri Brown has long been one of the more quietly resilient figures on Sister Wives. As one of the original wives, she has experienced both the highs and lows of a life lived under constant media scrutiny. Over the years, Meri's journey has been defined by moments of sacrifice, frustration, and at times, silent endurance. However, her recent breakdown, where she openly expressed tears and declared her newfound freedom, marks a turning point. Many fans interpret this moment as a cathartic release of years of built-up emotional tension. In her breakdown, Meri's declaration of being free can be seen as a rejection of the constraints that have long defined her existence. For much of the show's run, she has been portrayed as someone who quietly bears the weight of family conflicts and personal sacrifices. This public expression of vulnerability signals that she may be ready to embrace a new chapter, one in which she no longer feels bound by the expectations or the control dynamics that have characterized her relationships with Kody and the other wives. Context, family dynamics and internal struggles. To understand the significance of Meri's emotional outburst, it is important to consider the complex internal dynamics of the Brown family. Sister Wives has always thrived on the intricate interplay of relationships among its members. The original wives have often had to navigate shifting alliances, feelings of being marginalized, and the relentless pressures of maintaining a united front in an unconventional family structure. Over time, changes in family roles and the evolving focus of the show have placed new strains on long-standing relationships. Many fans believe that Meri's emotional state reflects the cumulative impact of feeling undervalued and sidelined. As newer narratives emerged, often spotlighting the dynamics between Kody and his more recent wives, Meri's contributions and sacrifices were sometimes overlooked. This sense of being left behind or taken for granted can, over many years, lead to a deep emotional fatigue. Moreover, the constant public scrutiny amplifies these feelings. Every conflict, every gesture, and every emotional breakdown is dissected by fans and critics alike, making it difficult for anyone in the public eye to process personal grief or frustration in private. Meri's decision to break down on camera and confess her feelings of freedom is, therefore, not just an isolated moment, it is the visible culmination of years of silent suffering and the desire to reclaim her own narrative. The symbolism of freedom. When Meri declared that she feels free, the word itself carried a multitude of meanings. On one level, it signifies liberation from the emotional constraints that have long defined her life. For years, she has been expected to play a specific role, a supportive, self-sacrificing wife who endures personal pain for the sake of family unity. By proclaiming her freedom, Meri appears to be rejecting this imposed identity and embracing a sense of agency over her own life. It is a bold statement that suggests she is ready to redefine her relationships and assert her independence, even if that means stepping away from old patterns that have been detrimental to her well-being. Additionally, the concept of freedom in this context may also relate to financial and personal independence. Throughout the series, there have been ongoing disputes about resource allocation, decision-making, and control within the Brown household. For Meri, feeling free could be an acknowledgement that she no longer wishes to be confined by the limitations of a system that has repeatedly devalued her contributions. Instead, she may be signaling a readiness to forge a new path, one that allows her to prioritize her own needs and aspirations without being overshadowed by the dominant narratives of others. Emotional vulnerability and public scrutiny. One of the most striking aspects of Meri's breakdown is the raw vulnerability it reveals. In a genre known for its high drama and carefully curated emotional displays, moments of genuine vulnerability are particularly powerful. When a person as stoic and resilient as Meri breaks down in tears on camera, it is a moment that strips away the carefully constructed facade and exposes the real human emotions beneath. For fans who have watched her quietly endure the pressures and pains of life in a polygamous family, this moment of vulnerability is both heartbreaking and validating. The intense scrutiny of reality TV magnifies these moments. Every tear, every quiver in her voice, becomes part of a larger narrative that fans and critics will dissect for months to come. In this climate, Meri's display of emotion can be seen as a defiant act, an unwillingness to hide her pain or to conform to the public image that others expect of her. Instead, she is choosing to be authentic, even if that authenticity is messy and unpredictable. This act of vulnerability, in turn, challenges the conventional wisdom of maintaining a polished, unbreakable persona, and it has sparked widespread discussion about the true cost of fame and the burden of public performance. Fan reactions, empathy and empowerment. The reaction among Sister Wives fans to Meri's emotional breakdown has been overwhelmingly supportive. Social media platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, and various fan forums are filled with messages of solidarity, where viewers express admiration for her courage to show her true feelings. Hashtags like #MeriIsFree and #BreakTheChains have trended among communities that view her declaration as a powerful moment of self-liberation. For many fans, Meri's actions are not only a personal triumph but also an inspiration. They see her willingness to express her vulnerability as a sign that it is possible to break free from the pressures of maintaining an idealized public image. Her outburst is interpreted as a call to action for others who have felt similarly constrained by societal or familial expectations. In this way, her emotional moment transcends the boundaries of the show. It becomes a cultural touchstone that resonates with viewers who value authenticity, resilience, and the courage to embrace one's true self. Impact on the Brown family and future narratives. Meri's public declaration of freedom has far-reaching implications for the Brown family's internal dynamics. It forces a confrontation with long-standing issues of power, neglect, and emotional isolation. If other family members, including Kody and the remaining wives, are to move forward, they may need to address the underlying grievances that have long been swept under the rug. Meri's raw expression of pain, and her subsequent claim to freedom, could serve as a catalyst for real change within the household, prompting more open and honest communication. Critics of the family's current dynamics argue that this moment might be the beginning of a broader transformation. If Kody, for example, is forced to acknowledge the deep-seated issues that have led to Meri's breakdown, it could pave the way for a more equitable distribution of power and responsibility. For fans, the hope is that this newfound vulnerability will lead to constructive dialogue, a process that might finally break the cycle of blame and deflection that has long plagued the Brown family. However, there is also the risk that such revelations could further fracture an already strained dynamic, leaving the family in a state of even deeper discord. Broader cultural implications. Meri Brown's public emotional breakdown is reflective of a larger cultural shift in how vulnerability is perceived in the modern age. In recent years, there has been a growing movement toward embracing authenticity, even when it means exposing one's pain and imperfections. For a reality TV star who has long been expected to project strength and resilience, Meri's decision to let her guard down is both radical and timely. It challenges the pervasive notion that public figures must always appear unbreakable, and it invites a more nuanced conversation about the true nature of strength. In an era where social media amplifies every emotion, moments of genuine vulnerability can serve as powerful catalysts for change. For many viewers, Meri's declaration that she is free is not just about her personal liberation, it is a rallying cry for anyone who has ever felt trapped by societal expectations or by the pressures of maintaining a perfect facade. Her openness is a reminder that true empowerment comes from acknowledging and confronting one's pain, rather than hiding behind a curated image. In this way, her actions have broader implications, challenging both the norms of reality television and the expectations placed on public figures in general. Industry and media analysis. Media analysts have long noted that the power of reality television lies in its ability to humanize its subjects by exposing their vulnerabilities. In the case of Meri Brown, her emotional breakdown is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it has the potential to galvanize viewers who see her as an authentic, relatable figure fighting to reclaim her identity. On the other, it opens up the possibility for producers and editors to exploit that vulnerability for dramatic effect. The balance between genuine emotion and the needs of a compelling narrative is delicate, and the way in which Meri's moment is handled in future episodes will be critical. If the breakdown is used as a turning point for healing and constructive dialogue, it could mark a new chapter in the Brown family saga. However, if it is manipulated purely for ratings, it risks reinforcing negative stereotypes about the emotional cost of fame.